Happy Thursday, right here on the Chad Benson Show, brought to you by NCAA National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. All the happenings here, all the goings-on here. It's hot outside. Then it's going to be cool tomorrow, but it's hot right now. Hot. A little hot for you, Belle, with your hair.
It's going to be wet tomorrow, too. It's going to rain.
Good God.
I mean, we need rain.
I get it. You know, I mean, I get it. I get we need the rain. Look, I don't mind the rain. I don't, but as long as it's not hot. I don't want the hot rain. I don't like that. Because then that brings the weather. That brings could have issues.
That brings the possibility of tornado.
And we don't like that. How bad is it going to be tomorrow, rain-wise?
30 to 70% chance of showers, mainly after 1 o'clock, increasing clouds. Temperatures rising to near 73 by noon, then falling to around 59 during the remainder of the day. So this rain that moves in, it's cold front, going to cool us off. But I'm not seeing anything severe. Some gusty winds maybe, but, nothing severe.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that because it's the weekend. We don't want to be working. Plus I'm going to be out at the old Dapper there at the old scoreboard.
Ah, yeah.
You should be out there, too. What are they making you stay back for?
Got to do traffic.
Screw traffic. Why can't you do traffic out there?
Because just don't have all that I need.
You know what?
There.
It doesn't matter. All you have to do is guess. You got a thing on the phone and go, the 24 is a nightmare.
If you see a red light, stop.
There you go.
If you see somebody in front of you stopped, stop.
Brought to you by. And then you got to say brought to you by. Whatever we're brought to you by. It's that simple, guys. Let's get it done. All right? You'd want to see him out there. It's going to be fun if we get to get that basketball going on. The madness. Who's going to be out there? Jackson.
Oh, Brother Jackson's going to be out there.
He might be there now.
He's going to be rooting for them Vols.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my Lord. I asked him, I said, because he said this is his, home, this is kind of like his hometown bar. It's kind of like Cheers. He's like Norm.
Right.
But he says he's going to a different place afterwards because he's superstitious. And they've won every time he's gone to this thing. So, and I'm like, you know what, Jackson, you are the reason, right? You are the tape holding it all together. Trump, it's going to be great. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. They're where we want them. The Iranians. They called today and surrendered. They told us we could have Tehran if we wanted it. Did you ask them? Oh, lordy, lordy. Witkoff says strong signs for possibility of peace deal with Iran. Okay. Are you going to go? Because if I was going to be a part of if you're an Iranian and you're like, okay, they want you to go negotiate, and you go in there and you see Steve Witkoff, the first thing you think is he's the angel of death. Because every time that they negotiate, they end up blowing up the negotiator, which is something we don't want. Let's just get this thing done, because the last thing we want is what? Boots on the ground. Do not put boots on the ground. Do I think it's going to happen? I have a sneaky feeling, yes, it's a possibility. Don't you guys kind of feel that? I mean, you're not moving those guys out there for nothing. And is it Karg Island? What does that look like? Feels like something, again,
that's the island where 90% of their oil exports go out of, right?
Yeah. But they can, here's the thing, that is where it's easiest, but they can move it to other parts via pipelines. So they wouldn't get out as much, but they're making tons of money right now. So is Russia. Man, Russia's making a literal killing off this. What, they make it $700 million a day? That's good money if you can get it. I don't know how many tunas we'd have to catch for that. Bet a lot.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. We catch only judging by all the cocaine inside the sharks, we should probably go catch some of those. They got street values.
Judging by the boat, I don't think we can.
No, we can't right now because our boat's not there. We're going to get a boat, though. Don't you worry. Oh, seals. So who is it died? Seals or Crofts?
Crofts. Seals died in 2022.
Summer breeze.
Freaking love that song.
That's a yacht rock favorite.
Yes, sir.
That is a yacht rock favorite. There's no doubt about that. You know what today is? It's, what is it? The 54th anniversary of America. A number one hit.
Horse with No Name.
Do you know that most radio stations wouldn't play it back in the day?
I heard about that.
Because they said it makes no sense and it doesn't mean anything. What?
Everybody names their horse. This is stupid.
That's exactly it. I can't play this.
This is the 70s.
Things make sense and nobody does drugs.
Right.
It's the 70s. Goodness me. So,
Love that song, too.
that was a great song. America was awesome.
Yes.
They were a great band. You heard Ken talking about how much confidence we have in, Nashville and our city leaders. And as we were talking about last hour, it only takes one really bad handling of something. You can't blame them for the weather, but you can blame them for the reaction. And I'm still mystified the fact that they've now hired a PIO over at NES. And would you say so they could talk to people?
Answer reporters' questions.
Only one emergency too late.
Hey, we got somebody now. He's ready. He's got a jacket and everything. Ready to come on out. And he'll answer anybody's question.
First question. Yes. Did you go to college?
Do you know any of these people here? Who was the guy that screwed up so bad? What was his name?
Brent
Brent
Baker.
Oh, poor guy.
He's the chief operating officer that was handling
Nothing.
most of the press conferences up until that one where Channel 4's Jeremy Finley and Stacey Cameron were. I mean, they were just, and they were not attacking.
No,
they were just asking pertinent questions that they could not answer.
And it was handled so poorly. And it's not a hard thing to come out and to talk to people. It isn't. I mean, for some people it is, but to at least, it's like nobody spoke there. But go and look at the numbers. Vanderbilt's poll, everybody cratered. Everybody just cratered. And we were joking last hour, the fact that was at 39% approval rating of NES. Who are those people? I mean, that is just
the people they sampled inside the
building.
Yeah.
Are you guys good here, working here? Yeah, you're pretty excited. They spent $250 million on a machine to be able to communicate with everybody.
Yeah, well, they were touting it as a $250,000 texting system, which failed, and then it turns out they had only spent $10,000.
God, that's a lie. Missed it by that much. Wait a minute. You said it was $250 million. First of all, which is
$250,000.
$50,000. That's a crime. It shouldn't be anything close to that. We got our text thing here. There's no way that we could send out blanket text in 2 minutes. Oh, what a God, man! When you think back about how poorly it handled, and even Freddie, right? Freddie, who had nothing. They don't blame Freddie, but you got to, you're at the end of the day, they need to be able to look at somebody. And he went from having an approval rate in the high 60s down to 54, which is still amazing. I can't even think of any modern politician. Trump had an approval rating of about 50 something, and that's dissipated. He's at the lowest rates he's had outside of MAGA. But we don't have approval ratings in the 60 anymore when it comes to politicians. We just don't. I mean, outside of, and again, Bernie Sanders. And somebody said, Bell, did you see the picture of the Bernie Sanders guy? The little knitted doll?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
He's going to send us a close-up.
That is so funny. This guy did a little, what is it, like a knitted little mini doll
Yeah,
of Bernie.
his wife made it.
With his hands, when he was back there wearing his little gloves, his mittens. These are my Bernie mittens.
It needs something on his T-shirt that says free stuff.
Free stuff. Who wants free stuff? You're not getting it, but I want to give it to you. And I'm not giving it to you. Trump today came out, said Iran, they're going to be obliterated. They're going to disappear. We're going to blow them off the face of the earth. The usual stuff. I take it for what it's worth.
Genocide.
Genocide. We're not going to kill them, but we're going to destroy everything. They've given up. They called me, and there's nothing that they won't do for us ever. I'm like, I don't know if that's real or not. I don't think anybody does. I was telling Bell yesterday, the negotiation I feel like is, and if anybody ever follows baseball, back in the day, Alex Rodriguez was able to opt out of his contract with the Yankees. Then the Yankees got into a bidding war with the Yankees, and they didn't know they were getting into a bidding war. And they were negotiating with themselves, and they pushed his price tag through the roof. And I feel like that's what's going on here, is they're talking over each other. They're not really talking to each other. And, he could say all he wants at the end of this week, into early next week. I think it's going to be very interesting to see if we do put boots on the ground at some point in time. I hope not.
They're defeated. They can't make a comeback. We're free to roam over their cities and towns and destroy all of their crazy nuclear weapons and missiles and drones that they're building. And we're doing that. They now have a chance to make a deal, but that's up to them. And they'll tell you, we're not negotiating. We will not negotiate. Of course they're negotiating. They've been obliterated.
But they're fighting a different war. You're fighting a military war, which will win. They're fighting an economic war right now, which is make everybody's life more expensive. And if you can do that, then people will start to turn and fall away. And if you could do that, then the goal is to make you, this is their nuclear weapon right now. Make your life miserable. Make us spend more money. What is gas now? $3.99 on average nationwide? And oil's up again today.
It's like $3.69 over in the area where I live. And that's, what did I tell you it was? It was up 40 cents overnight when I sent you that text.
That's and if you can get oil, Brent crude to $1.20, $1.30, you can hold it there for a little while. You can make everything uncomfortable.
You mean 120 and 130?
Yeah, as far as $120
okay,
a barrel.
I was just making sure you weren't talking about a gallon because
no. If you get it to that
for $1.30,
trust me. Let's be honest, guys. If Iran gets it to $120 a gallon, you know who won? Iran. This is exactly what we want. $200 a gallon. So, and if they can keep diesel over $6-7, they're fighting two different wars. And they put back, so we sent them 15 things that we want, of which a lot of them were kind of a hat on a hat. We're like, you guys can't have nuclear weapons. And then the third one was, you guys can't have nuclear weapons. And then the fourth one was like, there's no way you can get nuclear weapons. And what they want is the war to stop immediately. The assurances that they will not be attacked anymore. But they also want to say that they own the Strait of Hormuz, which is something, even if Trump wanted to agree with that, he can't, because it's not ours. It's like international. You're not giving it to anybody. So that was something that, but they're both throwing stuff out there. And they want, reparations for the damage done. So, we
can afford that.
Yeah, we got all kinds of money, man. We're burning it. That's how much money we have.
What'll that take us up to? About 40 trillion?
We're at 40 trillion now. So we're at 4. And if you've put in unfunded liabilities, we're probably closer to that 100 trillion mark. So think about that for a second. So we'll find, I think more is going to come. The question is, when's his next deadline and is he going to meet it? He got into it pretty good the other day with Bibi because he wants this to end. Bibi wants it to keep going, but Bibi was trying to get the Iranians to go out in the streets and take on the IRGC and the military. And Trump's like, that's what? No, they're going to die in thousands. We can't have that. The goal is to try to bring them back into the fold, not to kill them all. And then you've got your partners over there in the Gulf states who want this to continue.
He's on the phone with Bibi. It's like, we don't want to kill them all. And you just hear that long pause, and Bibi goes,
all right, fine.
Are you sure?
We could. No, that's not what it's about. Right? And I still don't know what the end game is. Because even if they agree to all this stuff today, what exactly has changed? We've replaced one Ayatollah with a maybe Ayatollah, and the two guys that are kind of running things right now are real. One of them is wanted by the international courts for terrorism. And I feel like we put a younger, more dangerous person in there. So we'll see what happens. All right, coming up. Meta, that's a big lawsuit. They lost. And the first one, numbers-wise, was big, but I think that one isn't going to hurt them like the one yesterday. We'll talk about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk, 99.7. So yesterday, there was two trials for Meta, both of which did not go well. The first one, New Mexico, they got hit with a $375 million fine, which I have a feeling when they appeal it, it's going to get tossed out. And that one was based on content. Content is different than what they went after in the trial in Los Angeles, which was based on you guys built a program that was designed to get people addicted. And you knew it. That one circumvents Section 230. So Section 230, which essentially allows, telecommunication companies like that to not be liable in any way, shape, or form for what somebody does with their product. They used to call it the Ma Bell thing. So if two robbers, back in the day, would make phone calls to each other using Ma Bell, and they plan a bank robbery, well, guess what? That's not Ma Bell's fault that they did that. So that's why I think they're going to have that overturned. The one yesterday, it was only a $6 million judgment. But you got around the 230. And what do they say? There's 1,700 cases that are waiting. And I have a feeling by tomorrow there'll be another 1,700 and so on. You're already hearing the commercials. You can hear them here. If you or somebody you know has been harmed by social media. But when I was listening to it, and I was telling Belle this today, the girl that sued, the Kaylee or whatever her name was, when you listen to her, there was days when she, first of all, she would spend 16 hours a day on Instagram. Where's mom and dad? This started when she was younger. She was already seeking therapy. But 16 hours a day on Instagram? And where's the personal responsibility where maybe mom comes in and goes, hey, you know what? We're going to take this away from you. What, are you going to run away? You're going to go get a new phone with your job you don't have? Yes. Did they design these things to be addictive? Yeah. But some personal responsibility in allowing things to get that way. Get her a phone. Give her one of those little flip phones where if you have to text somebody, you have to remember the ABCs like number one. You're like A, N. Remember that? But you played a part in it as well. Now the question is going to be, how is this going to change social media? Because this is as big a trial as the tobacco trials were. There's no doubt. Because how many people are on social media every day? And they're not giving it up. They're not. Nobody's giving it up. For the most part, they're sticking with it, And I mean, we've talked about it here, Belle and I and Ken. If I didn't have to have it, I probably wouldn't. Or I'd have something where I don't post anything, but I can go look at the news and funny reels about capybaras. That's about as far as I'd want. Outside of that, because I have a phone, I can always text my friends. And they can text me. And the interesting thing is, back when social media first got going and it was like one of those things where, hey, you can keep in touch with your grandma and this, that, and the other. How many people really kind of keep in touch with people on there? I mean, I talk to listeners and stuff like that, but I don't think outside of sending stuff to the guys that I think is funny, I don't go and look at anything for my friends or anything. So, yeah, I think this is going to change it. I'm wondering at some point in time, because I heard that Facebook's about ready to just say, screw it. We're just going to focus on small business and all business and get away from, the social media aspect, which it's becoming to the point now where you go on there and everything's an ad. It's just nonstop ads. So we'll see. Coming up, got a lot of stuff to get to. Is Nashville going the way of Las Vegas? This guy thinks so, and a lot of people are talking about it. We'll talk a little bit about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Could we become Vegas? Is it possible?
What, empty with nothing to do?
That's what people are worried about. People are worried that, they're talking about bringing one of the new spheres here. This is a sphere, so the big sphere. And, with all the property taxes going up everywhere, we're going to start losing, hey, the Chili's. Here comes the Chili's, right? Now, again, nothing against Chili's. We like Chili's. I'm just saying if, part of what makes...
Can we put the Sphere where the Chili's would go?
No. But, I mean, think about it. Like, if that could happen, and a bunch of people who are influenced, people who live in Vegas, country music people are worried because they're seeing Steve Aoki's coming out. They're building all these things. You get Dre and Snoop. All these people are coming out here. They're leaving Vegas, and they're coming here, and the worry is it's going to become Vegas, which means in a few years you'll have all these big buildings, and they'll be empty.
I can tell you right now, from the last 15 minutes of scrolling on TikTok, Nashville is ruined. Over the last 2 years, they let Dr. Dre come in. They let Snoop Dogg come in. Now, Barstool Sports is turning like their club more into like a Vegas nightclub. And then I just saw at the Sky Deck that they had Steve Aoki. People are like, the young kids are going to be like, this is so awesome. We go to Nashville, we can get all this. What they don't realize is that, yes, this seems cool at first, right? Pay attention to what Vegas is right now. Vegas is like a dead zone. People are going to be like, oh no, Vegas is still alive and popping. No, it's not.
Vegas is so dead. It is eerie. My buddies went out and played a soccer tournament there about a month ago, and they talked about how dead it was on a Saturday night. There was nothing going on. There's just nothing happening. And the numbers are crashing. They spent in a major way. They expanded in a major way. They brought all these people in, and then it became too expensive. And that's the fear. Eventually, you price out even tourists.
The fact that Steve Aoki is coming to Nashville to play shows you that Vegas is not alive and popping. It also shows you that whoever owns Nashville, the people who have nothing to do with the country music scene, like the actual artists and stuff like that, they're now taking their money from Vegas and they're now putting it into Nashville. And what's going to happen is the people who don't know how this all works, for the first year, maybe 4 years, 5 years, it's going to look amazing. All these nice venues and clubs are going to pop up, all these nice restaurants. There's going to be a bunch of gigs going on, like all these cool events. 7 or 8 years from now, people are going to start talking about Nashville, because they already are now. Like the people who actually understand it, the people are going to start talking about how Nashville is ruined and how it became a tourist trap and how you can't afford drinks, which you can't already afford, and how you can't afford the clothes and everything else. And then downtown, they're going to start revamping all those buildings. So those buildings have been there since like the 50s and earlier, right? The ones that are very nostalgic, those are all going to look like the buildings in Vegas or the buildings in Miami. They're going to revamp everything. They're going to completely ruin the culture of it.
That's that Chili's we've been talking about, or is Applebee's. And again, I love Chili's. Zero problem with Chili's. But the uniqueness of stuff is why people gravitate to certain things. And if you start taking that away, and you start making it so it is so corporate that when people come here, like you say, you can't afford anything, the average person.
Well, I would be much more excited about going to Chili's than like Acme Feed and Seed, because I want to go someplace I'm comfortable and I know.
Oh yeah, your hometown, or is that Applebee's?
That's why when I go on vacation, I only eat at Fridays. Because that's what I went there for, was a Fresh Fridays.
A Fresh Fridays. When you go to a place like that, when you're in somewhere that you've eaten weird food in a different country, and then you turn the corner, you see McDonald's, and you're like, I would normally never go there, but I'm going there today.
Or you're on a business trip, and you're not screwing around with tourist crap.
Yeah.
You just want to get your work done, grab your bike, and go back to your work.
Exactly. That's it. Quick and easy. Somebody says Vegas killed itself by ending free buffets in the casino, increased hotel tax, which hurts. And not only hotel tax, you go to Vegas now, you want to park overnight? That's $45. Wait, hold on a second. I am renting a room in your place, and you're going to charge me $50 to park in your place a night. That's like, could you imagine Airbnb? Oh, yeah, you want to park in front of my house? That'll be an extra $45.
Well, you're getting a discount. It's normally $75.
Yeah. Normally it is $75. Yeah. But they also add these weird fees onto everything. It's like, this is a hotel fee, but this is also a tax here for the city that you're in. And this is also, and then you start looking up and going, what? Like, there's 8 fees. You get one of those CVS. Do you remember, when you go, they put the coupons on the back of all the pharmacies? That's what you're going to start getting.
Eddie Trunk has a promo running for his show where he's checking into a hotel, and he's relating it to the fees on tickets.
Yeah.
And the lady asked for his credit card, and she goes, "Oh, by the way, there'll be a $45 a night resort fee."
That's the big thing.
And he's like, "Oh, can you tell me what that's for?" And she goes to the computer, and she's like, "It's kind of a tax from the hotel." And he goes, "What exactly do you mean?" And she looks at the computer again and goes, "I'm not going to lie. It's kind of a scam."
It is. It's just they're charging you $45 or $50 for what? You're already paying your tax, and I'm paying to stay at the hotel. So you're going to charge me another $45 on top of that, or $50 or whatever it is? The resort fee? It's not even a resort.
It's a battery fee for the remote control.
Oh, God, don't get him started. That screams. I still, to this day, when you go and you're like, "I'd like a battery. My car needs a battery." Oh, yeah, here it is. It's a $22 battery disposable. Yeah, for disposing of the battery. I didn't bring you a battery. Yeah, but one day you might get rid of that battery. Yeah, well, that isn't today. Anything they can get you with, anything they can scam you with, they're going to. And what do? You price out everybody. And eventually, people move on, and they're going to go somewhere else and find something cheaper and something more unique. Like you said, again, I love Chili's. Zero problems. I also like Hop Daddy's. Ate there this weekend. Oh, so good. Right? What's that place I told you to go, and you went, the deli? Is it Fifth Avenue or something like that? Third Avenue?
I ordered from them, but they didn't have the damn chicken wings that you made me want so bad.
Those are unique.
Like
Acme.
51st Deli or something
51st.
like that?
Acme. All unique things. But who's going to be able to afford to pay that stuff? And they're trying to court those big businesses. Oh, we need another Hard Rock. We need another.
I mean, it's like if somebody had said, they're driving Loveless Cafe out because of their property taxes, but we'll get a McDonald's or a Burger King in there or something. Mm-hmm. Loveless Cafe is probably one of the most famous eateries in this city.
Oh, 100%. And those are one of the things. People come here for that. And then they buy cowboy boots. We talked about that. Don't do that.
And walk around them and get sores on their feet.
Yes. Speaking of eating, Ruth Chris has said you got to dress up if you're going to come to the steakhouse. Chili's said you guys don't have to do any of that stuff. You just come over here to Chili's. We don't even care what you're wearing as long as you got shoes on and a shirt. You don't have to have pants on.
We'll make you a steak.
Yeah. We'll make you a steak. And now they're going back and forth. And my argument is, look, Ruth Chris, go there. You're paying a little bit more. It's you can tell people how you want to dress. If you want them to dress as a clown to eat a steak, then that should be your prerogative. Wouldn't that be great?
And if they don't want to dress as a clown, they won't come in.
Yeah.
Or a furry.
That's even better.
Or a furry.
Ken brings it right back around.
Yeah, always to the furries. Operation Furries. Those are things that and I love the fact that Chili's has gone after them. I think it's funny. But it's $100 on average. It's like $100 a plate at Ruth Chris. And that's it's pretty good.
So you go on a date there, and with tip and everything, you're probably looking at $225. Or if you have a business meeting there and there's 4 people, it's $500.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's big. I mean, you go. I mean, it's you're going there for something kind of cool. It's usually you're successful. But it's their prerogative. If they want you, they said, look, the only way you can come in is if you're wearing a string bikini. Well, you know what, guys? If I want to eat here, I got to put on a string bikini again. It hurts my figure. And Chili's, that's the beauty of Chili's. That's why I go to Chili's, first of all, because the food's great. Secondly, I like wearing flip-flops, right? That's it. I like that. I like wearing a T-shirt places. I don't want to get dressed up. And I remember when I was in England, I would tell you it was so weird going out. So if you're in London, like you can dress as anything you want and go to any club. They don't care. Outside of London, if you went to a nightclub, in most of them, you're wearing a suit with a tie or they're not getting in. You can't wear jeans at all.
Guess I'll be staying inside London.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. One time, though, this is pretty cool. There's they had this bar, this Australian beach bar. So I thought, okay. And they asked us if we could do our show from there. We said, yeah, we could. But I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I like shorts and a T-shirt, hence the reason why I do radio. Although I got great legs. They should be on TV. I think we recognize that. We
are getting a camera for under the table.
That's good. And Allison, our big boss, she's already talked about how great my calves look. And I'm like, I really appreciate that. But so it's Australian Beach Bar, right? That's what this thing's called. They have a sand beach volleyball thing. And we tell them, we're only going to do the show if you allow us to dress the way that we dress. Nothing crazy, but, that's this. And I figure it's Londonish. It's a beach bar.
It's not like you're saying, hey, we're going to walk in with a T-shirt that says F you.
We go there, and they let us. They told us it was fine, but they said, you guys have to stay over here. Everybody else that came to the club, they got an outdoor beach volleyball. They all were in suits.
How the hell are you supposed to play volleyball in suits?
That's what I want to know. It's uncomfortable. I'm not very good.
Look at Top Gun. I mean, those guys weren't in suits.
Yeah, they weren't. God, Top Gun.
Space Mormon's showing off his six-pack.
Good man. So was Iceman. Remember Iceman? Who was the other one? It was Iceman.
Goose.
Who was the other guy?
I've got to look it up now.
Yeah, we gotta know what his call sign was.
Iceman.
Viper.
That's pretty good. Like snake, monster, killer.
No, maybe Viper was one of the teachers.
Viper, what would be your name?
I don't want to be here.
Slider.
Well, that's close, dude. You're close. Viper. I like Viper better than Slider.
Slider. I'm Slider,
I think there was a Viper, though, but I think he was one of the teachers.
Oh, okay. So.
I'm Slider, dude.
Do you ever play beach volleyball? I'm pretty good. I can rise, man. I'm like a salmon. I can get so high. Sometimes I go so high, I come back down. I have frost on my hair.
I can wear the bench out at a volleyball game.
Dude, it's so tough. And sand soccer is insane. Sand soccer is just...
Sand's so hard to move in anyway. You get such an extra workout on your legs.
But that's why I liked it, because I was slow. But I was steady. I'm slow. I'm like a tugboat. Slow and steady. Man, we should do that. Maybe we should just buy a tugboat, and we'll just go out and tug ourselves into some tuna.
We'll send Ken to go get it, and it'll never show up.
Well, it's going to be tough. But think about this, though. Think about all the cool things we could do with our tugboat. We could tug stuff. There's that.
Well, we can get people out of jams.
We're like the A-team, but we're on water.
Boys, we could take our business to the Strait of Hormuz.
I don't want to be like the A-team because they didn't charge.
Yeah, they did it for free.
Oh, well, we did. What should be the name of our tug team? Rub and Tug?
No, definitely not.
You know what? I thought it was pretty good.
Tip and Tug.
Oh, look at that. If you're looking for tuna, come to the Rub and Tug.
The Rub
or Team Tug.
Oh, that was so awesome. You guys are weird.
The Tug Chug.
Viper was the commanding officer.
Okay, yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah. Hangman. Slider. I just feel that's a kind of a weird name for, you couldn't, I was going to be Knuckleball, but they thought that was stupid.
He was a big fan of crystals.
Oh, I see.
White Castle.
Don't get me started on White Castle.
I'm Slider, dude.
Slider. I'm Slider, man.
I'm Goose, so I get killed early and don't have to bother working for the rest of the shoot.
You know what's funny? At the end of the day, Goose picked better, because go and look at his wife compared to what happened to old Kelly.
That is true.
That did not. What's the old saying? That didn't age well.
Yeah.
And wasn't Miles Teller his son in Maverick?
Is that what he was?
I think that was so. Their genes kind of mixed well together.
Mixed well. Looking good. All right, coming up, kids. More fun stuff on the way, including the fact there's a capybara on the loose. Mm-hmm. We're going to have to solve it. We can do that. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
That it was something exciting that
it
the
was
kids
something
would want
exciting.
To see. At first, I thought it was a beaver, so I started videoing. It was sunbathing. It was sunbathing on the riverbank over there.
It's a capybara.
It's a capybara.
It snuck out, and they saw it in Hampshire. This lady's on a walk with her dog, and she looks over. She says, "I thought it was a beaver."
A beaver.
It was not a beaver.
Related to one,
huh?
It's related to one. Wrote it.
But then her dog, stupid dog, tried to get near it because, of course, it's never seen anything like that before, and it takes off and it jumps into the little river, and now they can't find it. And it escaped from a zoo. And they said, look, the one guy who owns a zoo called, are you ready for this? The Who Zoo. Nice. He said, look, guys, you could locate it, but that's 10% of it. 90% of it's catching it.
Maybe it's a pregnant female and it'll just
It is not. It's younger. It's not quite. It's only probably about a year old. So it's
darn. We could have had an invasive species running around.
I will. Well, it's London. It's England, so it's too cold for it. But I will tell you this right now. It'll be fine. They'll catch it. It's not. But now people in Britain are putting it all over. Like, I saw it yesterday at Stonehenge, and they have a photoshopped at Stonehenge. And then it's like it was up north drinking a beer, and they showed it in a crowd with soccer.
It was in Parliament.
Yeah, couldn't do any. And probably do a better job in Parliament. No
Look,
doubt
it's trying to chew through the door at 10 Downing Street.
Hello there, love. Yeah. And it's already got goofy teeth. Oh, they had some bad teeth over there. Whew. Tell you what, apparently it was optional.
I guess NHS doesn't cover dental.
Brushing, you could do if you want, mate. It's up to you. It's going to fall out anyways. No, that's no. No, you're not a shark. Coming up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends of all ages, hour number 3 of the program. We'll have more on the poll that Vanderbilt put out about the city of Nashville. How do you feel about it? Not everybody's thrilled. Talk a little bit about that. We got some of your text messages. Whoa, I broke my microphone. It's back now. On top of that, we'll talk a little bit more about Iran and what's going on over there. Have they surrendered yet? No, they have not. Okay, we're just double checking. Could happen at any moment. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.